Don't stop. So all week long, ABC 15 investigator Joe Ducey is exposing the worst of the worst. And tonight, he's letting you know how scammers are using celebrity names to take your money.
You know Steve Martin when you see him, but do you know when you hear him?
God bless us. Everyone.
No, not that Steve Martin. This one. The one a viewer Robin says left her a message saying the Treasury Department has a federal warrant out for my arrest. He said it was about my tax return from 2010. Or the jerk that won't stop calling this viewer, claiming to be from the U.S. Treasury and that she better pay $5,888 or the cops will be coming at any time to arrest me and I'll be held for 6 months without bail. Steve Martin isn't the only celebrity whose name's been hacked to steal your money. Maybe you've gotten a call from Jack Dawson.
I work my way from place to place.
A.K.A. Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Titanic. Or the Rat Pack's Dean Martin, who hasn't called anyone since 1995.
Ain't another kick in the head.
Kick in the head and a huge hit in the wallet. You're not going to jail. There's no warrant. And if you have any doubt about that, hang up and call the agency directly. Go to abc15.com, click on sections, and let Joe know to get our scam exposing newsletter every month. Need my help? Here's how to get hold of me. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. If you've got a problem, let me know.
Hello, fan. How are you doing?
When Deb Walters got a direct message on Twitter from country music star Blake Shelton, she couldn't believe it.
I was kind of like, wow, you know.
After making small talk through the direct messages, Deb then got this message.
My goldsmith that works with my gold and precious metal in Malaysia wants to send my box of jewelry to me.
The sender claimed the jewelry was worth $230,000 and he didn't want his management team to know about it.
That's why I am looking for a trustworthy person I can talk to and give this project to take care of for me.
Then Deb was asked to spend money to help deliver this package.
Well, then it turns out to be $560. I'm like, no way.
That's when Deb contacted News 8 to check this out. The messages Deb was getting was from @BlakeShelton_BS. That is not Shelton's real Twitter account. His real account is @BlakeShelton. The fake account is an exact duplicate of the real one on Twitter.
Deb did not send that $560. The red flag here is a pretty simple one. And any celebrity contacting you through social media and asking you to send money, it's a scam.
And tonight, a local man says he was scammed out of hundreds of dollars by a Kid Rock imposter on Facebook. And tonight, his plea is to the real rock star. 7 Action News reporter Gino Vici is live in Wayne tonight. So, Gino, what happened here?
Well, Carolyn, Dan Somerville says he got fed up trying to buy Kid Rock tickets online before they sold out. He could never seem to get some tickets, so he contacted Kid Rock himself. At least he thought he did.
That's a rotten thing to do to people. You know, people work hard for their money.
Dan Somerville says he thought he scored tickets to the upcoming and sold-out Kid Rock concert at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit from Robert Ritchie himself, after searching for and sending messages to a Facebook account.
And he said he said it's costly. He said it was $300 a ticket. So I wanted two, one for my wife and one for I.
Somerville says he was sending messages to what he thought was Kid Rock's personal account. There was only one problem. Somerville says soon after he sent the $600 via wire transfer from Walmart to Walmart, he soon remembered sending money to scammers wasn't the worst thing he sent.
I had to send my ID and my wife's ID. We sent a picture of our driver's license.
Somerville quickly called local police here in Wayne. He then called police in the city where his money was picked up. Turns out police in North Carolina say they discovered that a woman was seen picking up the money he transferred a few days before.
They said that they got the person on camera through the Walmart down there. I don't know what their police are going to do about it down there.
While he waits for a call back from police in New Bern City, North Carolina, he's hoping the real Kid Rock does do something after seeing his story.
If Kid Rock does see this, I would ask him to contact me or contact through Channel 7 to see if he can get me in one of his shows.
Back here live now, Somerville says he's hoping to prevent someone else from being scammed. But just for those who don't know, a blue check mark on social media usually indicates a verified account. Somerville is also hoping to score tickets to the next Kid Rock concert. We're live in Wayne. Gino Vici, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Gino, thank you. A big crowd.
A scam alert tonight. If you have an Instagram account, listen up. Be wary of suspicious messages you may get. It could cost you. Here's News 5's Ashley Knight to explain.
For those of you with Instagram, you know it can be extremely addictive, and communicating with other users is really simple. But now scammers are using it as a tool to get their hands in your pocketbooks.
This is a setup, and I want people to realize that you can't do this.
Gladys Thornton got a weird message from someone pretending to be Reba McIntyre. The message says, "I'm looking for someone I can definitely trust because she has a few things she wants to do without my management knowing." Then she says the security company holding her briefcase with $200 million is closing and wants Thornton to help her hold on to it for a while. The catch? Thornton has to pay for the shipment fee, but she's promised to be paid back with interest. And then the scammer asks for Thornton's name, address, and cell phone number. Now, luckily, she didn't fall for it, but experts say there's a way to tell if a celebrity account is real or fake.
Make sure you look for that blue seal next to their name before you start following someone, because that's when the scams can take place, whenever you start following a fake celebrity.
This is what the real Reba McIntyre profile looks like. You can see the seal right there next to her name. Thornton says she was contacted by the profile Reba122. The scammer uses the same profile picture, but notice there's no seal next to it, and they've even copied the profile bio and all the pictures, so it can be convincing.
It makes me angry. You know, you have to have sense enough about you to refuse it. And there are people out there that just because it said it was Reba McIntyre, they would take her at her word.
Experts say be careful and only talk with people you know or have verified accounts. I'm Ashley Knight, and this scam has been busted.
I am not giving away anything. It's Tyler Perry. I'm not giving away anything.
Perry urged fans to share this warning.
Post this everywhere so people will know that is not true.
His message was meant for fans like Manny Ramos, who says he nearly became a victim. Scammers posing as Tyler Perry told Manny he won $2 million. But first, they asked him to wire them $200. That's when Manny caught on.
Teaches me a lesson. You know, don't believe everything you see.
Perry says his team has to get dozens of fake accounts shut down daily. But the star is just one of a growing number of celebrities.
Never give out any of your private information.
Who have been publicly warning about these scams.
I'm a dangerous man.
Country music star Trace Adkins has also been a target.
There are a lot of imposter accounts out there.
He took to Facebook earlier this year to warn,
please do not engage with these people or send them money.
Adkins says in the last year it's gotten worse.
You know, you report them and they shut them down, but then they start another. It's whack-a-mole. You know, you can't stop them.
Advocacy groups like the National Consumer League say celebrities with huge fan bases are ideal weapons for scammers. Vice President John Brault.
A scammer can easily try and contact all 5 million, and chances are he's going to get a certain percentage who will respond. And unfortunately, it's a lot of consumers who will be out their hard-earned cash.
Facebook says they have taken down over 583 million fake accounts in 2018. In a statement, the company said they have made several recent improvements to combat impersonation, including face recognition technology, automation to detect scams, and improve reporting abilities. Twitter says they took down 9.9 million accounts in May 2018 alone, and are bringing in new technology and staff to fight spam and abuse. As for the scammers, Adkins had a message for them.
I wish I could find these people. I'm kind of old school. I just go give them a beating.
Experts say consumers should check to see if the social media accounts are verified. On Twitter, that means look for the little blue check mark, and don't give out personal information like credit card information or social security numbers. Tony DeCopel, CBS News, New York.
Tonight, a two investigation exposes fan scams. Your favorite celebrity reaches out to you on social media, and before long, they're asking you for money.
New regulations are supposed to protect you from scammers who want your cash. Investigator Pam Zeckman went undercover to test them out.
I have been loving
Bruce Springsteen since the 1980s.
Mary, who asked us to conceal her identity, says she commented on Bruce Springsteen's Facebook page. She then got a message from Bruce.
And I'm like, oh, Bruce Springsteen, I'm good. How are you?
Did you think that you were dealing with the real Bruce Springsteen?
Yes.
A search of Bruce Springsteen shows there are dozens of Facebook pages purporting to be the boss. The real verified account is noted with a blue check mark. Mary and fake Bruce exchanged pics and text messages for almost a year. The tone turned flirty. Fake Bruce told her he was getting a divorce, and he said he needed money.
I sent him iTunes up to maybe $400, $500, $600, little by little every week.
But then fake Bruce texted her pictures of his stash of gold, saying he needed money to ship it from Dubai.
My mind was just so brainwashed. I said, okay. I said, what? How much money?
She ended up sending $11,500 via MoneyGram, Western Union, and cashier's checks to someone in Dubai.
I was vulnerable at that time. You know, it hurts. It hurts, and you feel so stupid.
For the record, Bruce Springsteen is currently married and is worth about $460 million.
Hey everyone, I'm Keith Urban. Hey guys, I'm Hunter Hayes.
Celebrities have started warning fans to beware of these fan scams.
Please do not engage with these people or send them money.
And imposter scams was the #1 fraud for the FTC last year.
The Federal Trade Commission says these scams cost consumers $328 million in 2017, with over 350,000 complaints.
If somebody asks you to send money through a money transfer or through an iTunes gift card or for a prepaid gift card, don't do it.
Recent court rulings obtained by the FTC now require money transfer companies to warn customers about possible scams. We wondered if they were following these new rules, so I visited 10 MoneyGram and Western Union locations.
I got a phone call that I won a lottery. No, that's a scam. Don't send the money, no. He's in jail and I have to pay the bond to get him out of jail.
Absolutely not. Do not send any money. That's a scam.
All locations either gave us verbal warnings or had signs posted regarding potential fraud. Our fake Bruce Springsteen victim concedes she was warned multiple times but chose to send the money anyway.
I was just so fooled.
Got a little nervous thinking, oh, I wonder if this is someone who is pretending to be Derek Huff.
Kathy Martin was nervous because the Derek Huff she met on Instagram had an odd request.
He said, would you want to donate to an orphanage house in support of me?
Martin reached back out to fake Derek during our interview, telling him she suspected fraud.
He's responding? Yes, and his response was LOL, which is laughing out loud.
At least Martin never sent any money, but she warns
it's hard to know what's real and what's fake anymore.
While there's no way to tell how many fake accounts involve celebrities, Facebook says that it has disabled 538 million fake accounts already this year. Mary did file a police report, but law enforcement is rarely able to help with these scams because the perpetrators are mostly overseas. We have tips on how to spot fake accounts and how to report them on our website at cbschicago.com. And Rob and Erica, the trick is to look for that little blue check
The verification.
in the upper left-hand corner. Verification.
For a year, she was talking to this Bruce, allegedly.
She was,
Yeah.
and it is a classic case where they gain people's they impact them and they gain their trust, and she was lonely and vulnerable and in a very difficult personal situation.
Okay.
And she got caught.
Yeah. Thank you, Pam.
Thanks.
A Claremont County woman tonight wants to warn everyone about celebrity imposters on Facebook.
You mean that's not Brad Pitt, who I'm speaking with online? Probably not.
Sad to let you know that.
Consumer reporter John Matarese spoke with her about the fake country music star who got hundreds of dollars out of her.
Well, a downscale cell phone carrier is going upscale this week and hoping to convince you to try it. Metro PCS, a prepaid phone service, has not had the best reputation, so it's changing its name to Metro by T-Mobile, using the name of its parent company. You'll now be able to get current iPhones and plans starting at just $30 a month. We would all love to meet one of our favorite music or movie stars. So imagine how a local Amelia woman felt when her idol contacted her on Facebook. You need to hear her story and her sad caution for everyone.
Andrea Engel is a country music fan and dreamed that Chris Stapleton would someday be her parachute.
I'm a huge Chris Stapleton fan.
So she went to see him in concert at Riverbend Music Center and afterward liked his Facebook page.
And that's when I messaged him through I was like, oh, I can message him. This is so cool.
She was thrilled. Stapleton messaged her back.
Thank you so much. Maybe you could purchase my meet and greet.
At first, she says, she was just hoping for an autograph and maybe a chance to meet her idol. But the more they chatted on Facebook, the more he started complimenting her, talking about her good looks, and then finally saying he might be able to help her buy a house.
He had just one small request.
I may ask you to do something like donate to an orphanage for me.
He wanted her to give a few $100s for his favorite charity.
He asked me to buy iTunes cards for him.
So she did, messaging him more than $500 worth of iTunes card numbers. That's the last she heard from him. Andrea had fallen for an imposter, just like the Chicago woman who recently sent $12,000 to a phony Bruce Springsteen.
Be cautious. Most celebrities do not contact you.
Now Andrea nurses a broken halo.
I was in tears so many times because I couldn't believe that somebody wanted to help me.
Her story is really touching. You know, if you contact me on Facebook or other people here at Not On Your Side, we will get back to you. But movie and music stars with millions of fans, they can't do that. And they would never, ever ask you for money.
Tonight, a new batch of tweets from celebrity imposters are now landing on the account of a retired Central Florida woman.
Yeah, Sherry Austin says she knew something was wrong when Blake Shelton was using her bank account to donate funds to his charity. Here's investigator Mike Holfeld with this week's schemes and ripoffs.
Yesterday, I was getting messages from Nic Cage.
Meet Sherry Austin.
I have supposedly chatted with Brad Pitt.
Celebrity favorite to the stars on the Twitter circuit.
This was one that came from Kenny Chesney.
With a catch.
Why are they asking little old me, who's nobody, for money?
Sherry says she's been on a Twitter hot streak for the past 2 weeks.
Tim McGraw. Here's Bruno Mars.
Getting tweets from country western, pop, and Hollywood stars.
Tom Cruise.
They just keep rolling in.
Alan Jackson.
Always ending up with the same pitch.
They're asking for money?
And they do ask me for money. This was supposed to go to a charity in Canada.
This check arrived at her front door via FedEx. It's supposed to be from Blake Shelton. It's a fake.
I was supposed to let it sit in my bank for 3 hours and then go cash it and then go donate it to one of his charities.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton and I want to talk to you about something that's important.
The celebrity imposter game has prompted this collaborative effort by stars who've just had enough.
Imposters on social media.
Their images have been used by high-tech thieves in a catfish for money scam.
Please do not engage with these people or send them money.
They play with your emotions, your feelings. I gotta tell people, when they start asking you for money, honey, it's a fake.
Mike Holfeld, News 6.
Now, an E-Team exclusive.
6:46 right now. A woman from Elyria says she was fooled by an elaborate Hollywood scam.
If you follow stars, you could be a victim of this too. E-Team investigator Jonathan Walsh explains.
This is a life dream of mine to, use my talents and gifts.
Amy Gilbert from Elyria is following her passion of trying to become a big-name comedian.
I love Vegas. I've done some shows at Hard Rock Cafe.
And it's through those recent shows that she says she met a movie star. Now, she doesn't want me to reveal the name, but she says the two of them had face-to-face conversations. At one point, Amy says the movie star told her about the charities he supports. She got messages asking her to help him.
I also got scammed by sending 2 cell phones to a vacant house in Los Angeles.
Another celebrity, Laz Alonso, who starred in movies like Avatar, Detroit, and most recently Traffic, was supposedly talking with her as well. There were all kinds of requests for money.
I promised to send the money back as soon as possible.
We contacted Laz's manager, who told us scams are happening to celebrities all the time, including his clients.
It's crazy, it's scary, and it's real.
Be careful out there. I'm 5 on your side investigator Jonathan Walsh for the E-Team.
Gotta be careful, gotta check for that check mark.
Tonight, the story of a celebrity Facebook scam that likely fooled lots of fans, costing them money and identity theft.
Yeah, a popular way many celebrities interact with their fans or promote their projects is by using Facebook Live, but scammers can create a live stream using a video the celebrity had posted from a previous live session.
Oh boy, WATE 6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare talks with a woman in Sevier County who recently viewed one of these so-called live stream events. Don.
That's exactly right, Lori. The celebrity is country music star Jason Aldean. The video is of Jason and his wife in what was a real live Facebook event. But once you get into the video and follow the directions, it becomes apparent someone wants your money, and it is not Jason Aldean. This is how Sherry Williams likes to kick back, with her cat Frosty on her lap while listening to the music of country singer Jason Aldean. Sherry is a big fan of the popular singer-songwriter. Recently, she pulled up what appeared to be a Facebook Live video of Aldean and his wife Brittany.
Yeah, we don't get a chance to really have any days off in a town where we really get a chance to experience what's going on.
I don't know where they got this from. They ripped it from somewhere. I don't know.
Sherry says the purpose behind the supposed live feed is cash prizes for the first group of people who comment.
This is the first message I got. It's just telling me that congratulations, you get $5,000. I saw that, and of course, I wanted to check into it, see if it was real money, free money, So I did what they asked, like, comment, share, and as soon as I did that, I got a message from the supposed Jason Aldean musician page.
The near instant message congratulated Sherry. She was a winner. The money would be sent to her credit card, but they needed the numbers.
The first thing that clued me in that this was not legitimate was you have to get the money by giving out your credit card information. As soon as I saw that in the message that I got sent, I immediately started digging into it.
Fully understanding technology, Sherry's digging revealed the ruse.
I noticed on there was this long comment train of supposed people that have Facebooks who were saying they got their money, but they looked artificially created to me. Then I went and actually looked at his page, 21 likes.
21?
Yeah, Jason Aldean's only got 21 people liking his page. Yeah, I believe that for
The real Facebook page for Jason Aldean has nearly 9 million likes, not 21. How many Jason Aldean fans, though, will fall for this?
Well, the ones that don't read anything, people believe everything they see and people believe everything they hear. They have knee-jerk reactions. They're very visual.
Spotting a fake account does require some investigation. Always take the time to double-check the source. The easiest way is to look for the blue check mark next to the profile picture, which means the account is verified. But many people don't do that.
They don't look at details. They don't research. They just jump. And so then these scammers, they prey on that.
It kind of gets a little crazy.
And they, a lot of times, will use celebrities to do it.
And there will likely continue to be more celebrity Facebook scams. Spotting a fake account does require some investigation, so always take the time to double-check the source, because the scammer will use the false sense of urgency to take advantage of you. And we thank Sherry for wanting to share what she's learned, and fortunately, no money was lost for her. Bo?
That's for sure. And again, kudos going out to Sherry for checking into all of that. All right, Don, thank you.
About 4 years ago, I introduced my mom to online dating. A few days after she made her online profile, she received an email from a guy named Fallon Gavin. I immediately knew it was a scam. She had an online relationship with this guy Fallon for over a year and then just cut it off. After this falling out with Fallon, she started talking to a new guy named Matt Hurley. Mom has fallen for Matt and believes that Matt will get out of Nigeria and come to the US to be with her. Just when I thought nothing could get any worse, She was getting messages from someone posing as Vin Diesel, who went by the name Mark Sinclair, which is actually his legal name. My mom really thought she was talking to Vin Diesel. He told my mom that he was being held hostage and needed assistance. Mom has sent almost $250,000 to these scammers.
But I'm telling you right here and now, I do not want money brought up.
You get mad at us, but we're trying to help you. They have ruined her financially, and she's broke. She had her car repossessed. Mom is type 2 diabetic, and instead of buying her meds, she was sending her money to Matt Hurley. At one point, a pipe had busted in her basement, and it filled it with 2 feet of water, and she didn't have money to fix it. This has got to stop. Mom just doesn't get it, and I'm in a total loss. If something doesn't change, I'm gonna have to wash my hands of it and walk away. We have found out that that this man is a motivational speaker, and we've shown her pictures, videos, and she does not believe us.
Let's look at a timeline of how this went, because this is such a cautionary tale for people, because it was November of 2017, so the end of the year, she creates a dating profile, and you encouraged her to do this, to reach out, right?
Yes, I did.
And in that month, that first month, she meets this Fallon Galvin. And then in February, this Galvin says that he's in trouble, which is what they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she cashes in her 401k. And that's something that she built up across 40 years. Then in March of 18, you guys show her the man behind the photos of Fallon Galvin. You say, look, we found the man that's attached to this picture, and it's not Fallon Galvin, and he's not talking to you. This is the man. Somebody's stolen his picture and has assigned a name to him, Fallon Galvin, and that's not who you're talking to. Somebody has stolen his identity, and so she stops talking to him or stops responding to him, at least temporarily, right?
Yes, that is correct.
But the very next month, she meets Matt Hurley. A year later, she has her car repossessed. And you discover that she's sending money to him as well.
That is correct.
Right? And you found at one point she sent him $12,000 in gift cards.
Yes.
What did you confront her with this?
Yes.
What'd she say?
I did confront her, and she is the one that I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Shut down.
But she believes that he's the one. But yet, in January of 20, fast forward to January of 20, she meets Mark Sinclair. At that point, you find out that her taxes are overdue.
Yes.
I mean, she could actually lose her house now. They could seize the house for taxes, sell it at auction, and she would be homeless because she would have no money at all. Now, in June, you take her phone away from her, right?
I did.
And you message Matt Hurley.
I did.
Then in August, you go in to clean her house. Why'd you need to clean her house?
She had been living with me for 2 months, and she didn't want to go home. And I feel like she didn't want to go home because the hoarding is depressing to her. She's a hoarder, and it needed to be cleaned. She had no utilities because of sending this money. She had no money to pay her bills.
Rich, thank you. TikTok developers are warning users to watch out for scammers pretending to be other people. Sometimes they're pretending to be celebrities.
So one local woman says she experienced it firsthand.
Very frustrated. Very.
Stephanie Coltrane says thankfully she did not lose anything valuable, but she's warning others, be careful. As News4Jax reporter Aaron Farrar shows us, a scammer impersonating country singer Trace Adkins told her that she won a big prize and she fell for it.
This is the TikTok message Stephanie Coltrane got from that impersonator. It says she won $150,000 as well as a brand new truck. Now, she admits that she thought it was too good to be true, and of course it was. But it's what happened after she got this message that really caused her to have even more concern. Almost falling victim to a social media scam is not cool with Stephanie Coltrane.
Shame on you. Shame on you because you're messing with people's feelings.
Someone from this account, official_Tracy_Adkins, tricked Coltrane into thinking she won that money and a new truck because she was a fan.
I was angry and I was mad because my husband's a disabled vet and we're involved with the Wooden Warrior Project. So is Trace Adkins. Trace Adkins is also involved with the Wooden Warrior Project. So I thought this was legit.
But things started to seem fishy. What was the moment you said, okay, there's something weird about this, or this is too good to be true?
When he persisted for my address and my phone number. When he kept persistent telling me, hey, I want to come to your home. I want to do this personally.
And it's what the scammer tried to do next that was a big red flag.
He wanted to personally bring it to me at my home.
Stories like this are why TikTok launched its Be Cyber Smart campaign. It's an effort to build fraud awareness and education. It reminds users to verify accounts. If you get an enticing offer like Stephanie, go straight to the company's website to confirm. Also look out for bad grammar or misspellings. Monitor your devices for unauthorized activity, and also protect them by consistently upgrading software to avoid scammers from easily hacking accounts.
There are over 50 accounts.
Coltrane called out her scammer on TikTok. She also sent messages to Trace Adkins's website officials. Come to find out, more than 50 scammers have created accounts in Trace Adkins's name. Coltrane wants action.
All these other accounts, TikTok needs to take them down
to prevent others from experiencing what she did. TikTok did remove that original account that scammed Coltrane, as well as a few dozen other accounts as of yesterday. A spokesperson with TikTok says the most important thing you can do is report those kind of accounts immediately. Reporting in Jacksonville, I'm Aaron Farrar, Channel 4, the local station.
A local woman has a warning for others out there looking for love after she fell for an online scam.
Yeah, the woman thought she was being courted by movie star Keanu Reeves until she saw a red flag. Our David Lazarus is here now with that story, which he's been telling us about for days now.
Was this a really big red flag or was it a little red flag?
In terms of for her?
Yeah.
It was a $400,000 red flag.
Whoa.
So that is a very big one. Whoa, indeed. That's a nice Keanu reference right there. And this isn't just SoCal we're talking about. The Keanu Reeves scam, a variation of romance scams that have been really taking off since the start of the pandemic, is now affecting women here in California, nationwide, and worldwide. Spoiler alert, it's not really him.
To this day, this morning, I received yesterday and today 8 texts from this Keanu Reeves guy.
Yeah, she means this Keanu Reeves guy. Or this one if you prefer.
I have emails and chats and texts and pictures and stuff that I dare any girl to read these and not believe it's true. They go right to your heart.
Pamela Landers wasn't really being wooed by one of the world's biggest movie stars. She was a victim of what are known as imposter or impersonation scams. The Keanu Reeves scam is a relatively recent version of this racket, and one so effective, victims have been reported being conned by it both nationwide and around the world.
Impersonation scams they come in a number of varieties, whether that's a government impersonation or business impersonation, relative impersonation, or online love interest, otherwise known as romance scams.
Since the start of the pandemic, more than 150,000 romance scams have been reported to the FTC, likely just a fraction of the total. Many, if not most victims, are too embarrassed to report having been duped.
A scammer pretends to be someone that you trust in order to convince you to send them money or your personal information.
That's how it worked with Landers, who says fake Keanu spent weeks expressing his love and winning her trust. Once the hook was baited, fake Keanu started reeling Landers in. First he asked her net worth, then he asked for money, $400,000. In case you're wondering, Keanu Reeves is estimated to be worth $380 million. Landers, who works as an accountant, said she asked fake Keanu why a multimillionaire needed her financial help.
No, I never got an answer on that one.
She also never sent any money. But the texts and declarations of love continued. Romance scammers are nothing if not persistent.
Keanu Reeves, if you're watching this, I know it's not you. I hope everyone knows it's not you.
Reeves, the real one, was unavailable for comment, but his publicist said in a statement that Keanu Reeves does not participate in any form of social media, nor has he ever done so in the past or plan to do so in the future. If anyone tries to contact you via social media claiming to be him, it is fraud. The FTC advises that you cut off all communication with an online Romeo or Juliet the second you're asked for money. But Lander says this can be difficult, especially for people who may be lonely or who may be thrilled just by the idea of being wooed by a celebrity.
You get every word said to you possible to suck you in.
Even now that she knows it was all a ruse, Lander still looks back on the first few weeks of fake Keanu's attentions with a sense of excitement.
I had to always keep reminding myself after that first 2 weeks, it's not real. People don't fall in love this way. It just doesn't happen.
But it's nice to be courted.
Oh, it's wonderful. It was wonderful.
And it works. Last year alone, according to the FTC, victims of romance scams lost more than $500 million.
If you're in any way feeling emptiness in some part of you, they're going to find it. They found it with me.
And I just want to reiterate what the FTC says. As soon as you are asked for money by anyone online, walk away. The one exception, of course, being my online romance with Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett, you complete me.
Well, great story.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel bad.
You complete me too, Glenn. Wow. Okay.
It's fascinating that that could even get that close.
And moreover, how effective this is.
Yes.
$500 million in losses, that's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And the fact that I said, whoa,
Whoa.
at the top was not, I didn't even know that reference.
Dude, you took the red pill
I
right
totally
there.
did, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
More gift cards. More gift cards. More gift cards.
Over the past year, Carol Moore has spent thousands of dollars on gift cards.
Receipt for gift cards.
She says she did it all for love.
It started on Facebook.
That's where Carol got the message.
Phil Mickelson came in to me.
That's right, Phil Mickelson, the golfer.
He's my favorite player.
Except it isn't Mickelson, it's an imposter.
I mean, in the beginning, he was very nice, you know.
But then it took a turn. She says the fake Phil started asking for gift cards, sending her bogus checks to cash, had her set up a cell phone account, and even sent a cheap ring.
And he says, you know, I'm divorcing my wife.
Carol joins an unfortunate list of people caught up in celebrity romance scams. Imposters have repeatedly taken the identities of stars such as Blake Shelton, Chris Hemsworth, Bret Michaels, Keanu Reeves, Katy Perry, and others.
The increments were like $50, and it just started to add up.
Meredith McGonigal Alberto found out her mother fell for a scam shortly before her mom passed away.
How much do you think potentially she lost?
I would say it could be anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000.
In that case, the imposter was posing as Criminal Minds and SWAT star Shemar Moore.
While working on Meredith's mom's story back in February, I started following the real Shemar Moore on Instagram. Not too long after that, I was contacted by someone claiming to be Shemar Moore. That started a months-long relationship where we got to see how the scam unfolds for ourselves.
The imposter quickly asked to move the conversation to WhatsApp.
Okay, baby girl. Let me have your phone number so I can add you on WhatsApp.
From there, it was seemingly harmless chatting, lots of being called baby girl, and then the ask.
I need some money right away. What do you mean? Why? I'm in the hospital right now. I need to pay the hospital bills. Oh no, how much is the bill? Are you okay? It's $3,000. Can you help me with any amount right now?
He wanted me to use a Cash App to send the money. I told him that seems complicated.
He's sending me pictures of the app so that I see what it looks like. And he's saying, did you see something like this on your Cash App? he's doing a complete tutorial on how to send him money. And when I offer to call the hospital to pay the bill, so he says, baby, I don't want them to think I'm trying to scam someone else. That's why I ask you to send it. It's more easier for me because I'm going to give you back your money. All right, what do you mean? You don't want them to think you're trying to scam someone else. What does that mean? We weren't going to send the $3,000, so I stopped replying. And then a couple of days later, he dropped it down to $2,000. Today says to me, good morning, baby girl. And I said, how are you feeling today? Did you get the bill worked out? And he said, not yet, baby. Do you still want to help me out? Of course not. So I tried to call him through the app. He didn't pick up and said he needed his money before we could talk. Then we let him in on our secret. You are a scammer, period. And I am an investigative consumer reporter at the NBC television station in Philadelphia. His final message isn't something I can repeat on TV.
The scammers are really, really, really good.
Temple University criminal justice professor Anshul Regge studies romance scams.
This is not like any other type of financial scam where they just get your money and you're done. They also rob you of the very essence of what makes you human.
She says the scammers are basically running a playbook based on what they've learned about you online.
On each, page, they're going to have something that tells you what to say at which point in time. So if you want to initiate contact, here are some greetings that you want to use. Hi, sweetheart. How's your day?
Once they initiate contact, it's on to the grooming phase.
It's called love bombing. And what they do is they're just showering you with all this attention and affection and things you want to hear.
Regge says the imposters might send gifts, start trying to isolate you from your friends, and then start asking you for things.
Hey, can you take this package for me? Or can you, do something for me? Or hey, can you call me at this particular time? I know it's an inconvenience. But these are ways or signs that are going to demonstrate to them that they've got you. They've hooked you in.
There are red flags.
So they try to isolate you and try to get you into a communication platform of their choice.
They may also ask you to send inappropriate pictures of yourself.
If they refuse to meet with you, that's another big red flag.
And Regge says you have to try to pay attention to yourself.
Are your behaviors healthy? Have you stopped seeing your friends and family? Have you told anyone about this person? If you haven't, why not?
I went to a few of his tournaments.
Carol tells us she was promised a tip of the hat and a thumbs up, something Phil Mickelson does often at golf tournaments. And during our interview with her, this happened.
And look, what's right there on my phone?
Oh, he just messaged you.
Yes, he did.
Can we see the message?
Sure. Your love is truly a wonderful gift to me. I could never think of anyone else who could love me so deeply, with 7 hearts and a kiss.
She tells us she's lost around $290,000 to the scammer in the form of gift cards, a credit card, her bank accounts, and pension.
My warning to other people is any celebrity of any kind, actor, actress, sports, anything, do not acknowledge them. Delete the message immediately, block them immediately.
Carol tells us she's in touch with the FBI. We've reached out to representatives for Shemar Moore and Phil Mickelson, have not heard back. If you are the victim of a romance scam, contact your local police, the FBI, and the Federal Trade Commission. Tracy Davidson, NBC 10 responds.
Also here at 5:30, it is called a celebrity scam. Tonight, Help Me Hank is in with an important warning as people scramble to get their hands on expensive concert tickets. The pandemonium over Taylor Swift's upcoming tour has fans all across the country going to some extreme lengths to get tickets.
Sure thing, and that's where scammers step in, and then unsuspecting fans get swindled out of thousands of dollars. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester live at Ford Field tonight. Her 2 concerts there, Hank, sold out in a flash.
Devin, and I mean, I could not believe the pandemonium over the big shows here at Ford Field and the amount of money people were willing to spend for these shows. And that's the reality here, is that these celebrity imposters know it. They know you want access. So whether it's Taylor Swift, Eminem, or now Jon Bon Jovi, as you will see, these scammers are hoping that you'll trust them and give up your money. It sounded legit at first, but it quickly took a very strange turn.
It went, well, you know, it costs $1,500 to be a fan on a fan club if you really want to talk to me or associate with me.
Terry Staley, a Bon Jovi mega fan, says she joined several fan sites on Facebook, provided her personal information, and then started getting calls and text messages from what she thought was Jon Bon Jovi. It wasn't.
Well, let me talk to you. You got to get on Vibe and let me talk to you on Vibe so nobody will hear what we're saying.
Terry learned after shelling out hundreds that she'd actually been duped.
He kept asking for more and more and more.
And how much did you eventually give him?
$800.
The scammer in this case promising access, concert tickets, and VIP packages, but Terry had to pay up. A police investigation is now getting underway. And now a big warning for all you Taylor Swift fans out there. You know, big shows planned here soon at Ford Field, but police investigators tell me that someone posing as a rep of Taylor Swift calling local members of the fan club saying, hey, if you still want a ticket, let's make a deal. We need your personal information. The Taylor Swift shows here at Ford Field sold out quickly. Investigations now launched to determine why so many fans were shut out so quickly from buying tickets. But whether it's a fake M&M, a scam I previously exposed, Jon Bon Jovi, or Taylor Swift, never give out your personal information to a stranger. And if you want information about a fan experience, go directly to the artist's website. And you know, when I talked to the person who was the victim of the fake M&M and also this case with the fake Jon Bon Jovi, the reality is these scammers will spend weeks texting, calling, engaging with you, making you think it is real. The bottom line, if you get a text message from Bon Jovi, Taylor Swift, Madonna, M&M, listen, it's likely not real. And if they're asking for your personal information, huge red flag. Make sure you contact local police who are working to track these scams all over the area right now. We're live here downtown. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank, Local 4.
So exasperating for the fans and the artists, too, we know at this point. All right, Hank.
Leavenworth County woman is scammed out of more than $94,000. The victim thought she was dating country music star Neal McCoy. That was all a lie. I'm Kevin Barry.
I'm Lauren Halifax. Today, the Leavenworth County attorney announced it's giving up efforts to bring those overseas scammers to justice. There will be no charges. Fox 4's Dave DeMarco's live tonight with how celebrity imposter scams like this work.
And you might have heard recently about a similar thing that happened to a Kentucky woman who thought she'd been sending $10,000 in gift cards to a Stranger Things actor. Well, this proved to be even more costly.
Neal McCoy has been on the country charts for 35 years and is also happily married. So you might not expect to find him on a dating app. But one Leavenworth County woman thought she did 2 years ago. No doubt about it.
As the course of the conversation went on, in about a month or so, the person said, well, I'm not actually John Doe, I am Neal McCoy, the musician. And I just didn't tell you who I was because I didn't think you would believe me.
According to the county attorney, the person on the other end of that communication started small, but over time coerced her into sending them cryptocurrency, cash, cell phones, passwords, gift card account numbers, even proceeds from selling an antique vehicle.
These people will spend months and months and months to be able to convince you that they're real without, ever having to meet you to get that money.
Finally, the woman went to meet the country legend at an area concert, only to find out she'd never been chatting with the real Neal McCoy. She'd been catfished. I spoke to the real McCoy tonight, who told me he and other celebrities are being inundated by these perpetrators. He's tried to warn fans on his daily live Pledge of Allegiance videos he'd never reach out to them directly for money. So why him? The county attorney says scammers prey on publicly available information about you and their victims online.
Neal McCoy just happens to be the name on this one, but we've seen multiple different celebrities, country music stars, you name it, that people used, and they get those names from the person's social media.
And Thompson says the best advice on this is similar to a lot of other scams. Never give out personal information, including bank account information and passwords, no matter how big of a fan you may be of a celebrity. And if that quote-unquote celebrity reaches out to you or reveals themselves right after you post about them on social media, your catfish radar should probably be way up.
46, what's real and what is not? It's becoming more and more difficult to tell the difference with AI-generated images and videos found pretty much everywhere online.
I mean, they sound, too, like people you might be expecting to hear from. All new for you this morning, a warning from our Let Joe Know team about scammers and some familiar faces.
A face and a name you trust.
First thing you see.
Laura Guerra says before an online purchase, she usually does her research. But when she saw Oprah Winfrey's face associated with the product,
I saw Oprah Winfrey on there. I thought, well, if she backs it, it should be, legit. So I ordered it.
one bottle of keto gummies, big promises of weight loss help, all for just $49.
That's what I thought. And it was $258.77 that they had taken.
Laura called and sent emails trying to cancel, but says she got the runaround. When a box showed up, she didn't open it. Instead, she received a return code, which she wrote on the box and returned with tracking. Laura was promised a refund, but it never came.
It's just a game with them.
For more than a year, Oprah's taken to social media to warn consumers of fraudsters using her likeness in ads, emails, and fake websites to sell products. She's not alone. Elon Musk and Tom Hanks, victims of deepfakes with their likeness used. As the Federal Trade Commission and Better Business Bureau warned consumers of a growing number of images and videos using artificial intelligence to make it look like celebrities endorse products.
All you can do is research, don't base it on a celebrity's face.
Researching before is key. Look up any company before giving them your money. Where are they based? Do they have contact information? Question any pop-up or an ad heavily relying on a celebrity endorsement. Be wary of buying on social media. Don't click third-party links. If you do decide to buy, make sure it's from a legitimate website or reputable marketplace. Report fraud. If you fall victim to a deepfake product scheme, contact your credit card or banking company right away and dispute the charge. Right now, there are proposals in the U.S. legislature that could crack down on deepfake scammers. Read up on those online, abc15.com/letjoeknow. If you like helping others, fill out the form to be a Let Joe Know volunteer. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. If you got a problem, let me know.
A consumer first alert this morning. Before you click on links about your favorite celebrities, Tammy, there's a lot that we need to know.
Yeah, you should know that scammers love those celebrities too, and they use them for clickbait, so you're searching up the scoop on stars and athletes. Before that, take a look at this hot list for hackers. McAfee Labs, a cybersecurity company, has Ryan Gosling. Did you guess that? That's the top 2023 hacker on the celebrity hot list. No surprise, I guess. He brought the Kenergy to the summer blockbuster Barbie movie. And then second, it's actress Emily Blunt. Of course, she starred in Oppenheimer, the opposite movie on that. So some other top names used in scams: singer Jennifer Lopez, actress and singer Zendaya, and Kevin Costner, star of the hit series Yellowstone. Those are the top 5. And scammers are using their names, their image, and then they take it one step farther. The president of the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau tells me scammers are using celebrities to get you to buy fake products.
Using AI, scammers say these celebrities endorse them, but they don't. And the celebrities are really being scammed as well, because if they claim they're supporting these fake products and then people get ripped off, well, you're going to think that celebrity just set you up, to lose your money or to lose your personal information. So they're being scammed too. So they don't like it. And they've got lawyers trying to hunt down these scammers.
Yeah, so he told me that Oprah also is a really huge name that scammers like to use. They had, Better Business Bureau had a report about a buy one, get one free Oprah supplement claiming she took this. Well, the person never received the product, and then they were charged nearly $200. And of course, Oprah has nothing to do with the product.
Sure. So we need to be careful when we see those links out there, and you're going to be taking a deeper look at this tonight as well, right?
Yeah, so I'll be talking with Jeff Alexander on Action 2 News at 4:30, and then my full report coming up tonight at 5.
All right, well, we look forward to...
They're called romance or imposter scams. Online fraudsters are stealing more than $1 billion a year from people they meet online.
Yeah, whenever this topic comes up, people always ask who could fall for something like this. Tonight, your investigator, Brian Moss, introduces us to one apparent victim, a woman in Colorado, who's out thousands of dollars. She believes she's in a relationship with actor Keanu Reeves. Brian is sharing her story tonight as a warning that plenty of people, even those you wouldn't expect, do fall for these scams.
It's the Matrix. To hear the woman tell it, I'm a fan. Hollywood movie star Keanu Reeves came into her life in 2022. Whoa. And is still romancing her.
He's always very romantic,
flirtatious, being very, very nice about it.
She is 65, a married mother of 2, and while there are numerous signs she is being victimized by a scammer, she is convinced otherwise.
Nobody else can talk to me while they're sitting at a table during an awards celebration, getting an award and texting me. This is the real Keanu Reeves.
What can I show you to convince you that you've been scammed?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
She believes she met the actor through Facebook, which led to online conversations and text messages she shared with us. Eventually, she was asked to buy gift cards for him, which she did. You really think Keanu Reeves spends his time talking to a 65-year-old woman trying to shake her down for $50 gift cards?
It's part of what he does.
She says she became convinced she was talking to the star when he sent her this supposed picture of his driver's license. We found the exact same image circulating on the internet. The apparent scammer asked her to install a Cash App and said he would teach her how to use it. There have been promises of trips to Paris, lavish shopping trips, and marriage. Of course, none of that has happened. She gave him her bank account and personal information and estimates she's handed over about $5,000. She shared a message from the contact, pressuring her to get him more gift cards.
I need this gift card, please. I want to call my mom.
What makes you so sure that that voice was the voice of Keanu Reeves?
I think from hearing it on TV.
We were shown video of scammers located in West Africa communicating with American victims in the United States using artificial intelligence enhanced video technology. And so it appeared to the victim in the United States that they were speaking to another American citizen.
Aaron Rao with the U.S. Justice Department says romance scams are likely undercounted due to most victims being embarrassed by what they fell for.
If you are not perhaps as careful or as accustomed to dealing with technology, then you may find yourself as a potential target.
The federal government estimates online romance scams cost Americans at least $1 billion every year. In Colorado last year, nearly 14,000 imposter scams were reported to the Federal Trade Commission. As for the Keanu Reeves scam, it's been going around for years and has been the subject of numerous media reports. The actor's representatives have said repeatedly, Keanu Reeves has no social media accounts. Keanu Reeves, he has no social media. He's not on Facebook.
He was on my Facebook.
There's absolutely nothing I can do to convince you you're being scammed?
Maybe Keanu Reeves should walk in the door and tell me that he didn't do this.
I'm Brian Moss, covering Colorado First.
Now, within the last week, the real Keanu Reeves appeared with his girlfriend in California at a gala. We shared that with this woman who said she still believes that relationship is made up.
The CBS News investigation into the troubling world of online romance scams continues tomorrow morning on CBS Mornings with a daughter's crusade to prevent others from falling victim to the scam that ended tragically for her mother. You can watch CBS Mornings starting at 7 a.m.
All right, from real celebrities to fake ones now. A Utah man says Wonder Woman's Gal Gadot has swindled him out of nearly $2,000. Only, as you already suspect, it wasn't the real Gal Gadot. It was an imposter.
No Wonder Woman here. Any brush with a celebrity can be exciting, but as KSL's Matt Gephardt explains here, it can also cloud our judgment, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's right. A viewer asked us to verify if he was messaging with the real Gal Gadot after he sent her $1,700 supposedly for her charity. Turns out he's far from the only one who's fallen for a celebrity imposter scam. It happens all the time. Gal Gadot, Chris Stapleton, Taylor Swift, Keanu Reeves. These celebrities and many others have had their names and images used by con men to steal money from loyal fans.
They really want to believe in what they're seeing, and that causes them to let down their guard, to make really poor decisions
Zulfikar Ramzan of the cybersecurity firm Aura says that scammers are known to create fake social media accounts that mirror a real celebrity's posts, pictures, and videos. The fans who interact may get messaged by their favorite movie star, singer, athlete, you name it.
There's just so many forms of scams out there.
The bogus star may make a personal plea for help or for money for a charity. They may promise a high return on an investment in their project or maybe in cryptocurrency. They may tell their victim they've won a contest and just need to pay a fee to get their prize. Ramzan says that scammers have also been using artificial intelligence to create bogus ads or social media posts that seem to show celebrities endorsing products.
With the idea of deep fakes and other AI tools, it's so easy to impersonate somebody and make it look incredibly believable.
Ramzan says that to avoid falling for a celebrity imposter scam, stick to verified celebrity accounts. They usually have some sort of verified badge next to their username, though he also warns posting on a real account can still put you at risk.
Anybody who's looking at that page can see that you've commented and thereby glean that you are perhaps a strong fan or have some kind of an interest in that celebrity.
Which is why it's important to remember that celebrities are not going to be asking you for money or personal information through social media, and never share any personal information after getting an out-of-the-blue message from anybody, even Gal Gadot. You know, with almost any scam, con artists create a sense of urgency, hoping you'll maybe ignore any inkling you have that something doesn't seem right. As always, stop, think critically about whether any unsolicited offer or plea for help is legitimate. If you got something you want us to look into, let us know about it. The number 385-707-6153, or you can email me, Matt@ksl.com.
Yeah, don't let her pull you in with that magic lasso, right?
No free rides on her.
That's right.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
All right.
Talk about this. 5 people have now been arrested for posing as Brad Pitt online and convincing victims to send them money. That is according to an investigation of a social media scam in Spain. 2 women sent the suspects over $350,000. Pitt's spokesperson tells fans he does not even have a social media account, nor does he probably even need any money at all. So, ladies,
if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Brad Pitt reacting after fans were scammed out of hundreds of thousands of dollars by those claiming to be the Oscar winner.
We're really going for it here, aren't we?
A rep for the actor telling ET, it's awful that scammers take advantage of fans' strong connections with celebrities. While Brad has no social media presence, 5 arrests were made in Spain for allegedly impersonating the actor online.
Boy, you're in the know.
With phony profiles and false promises of romance, authorities say 2 women were robbed a total of $350,000. Brad's team adding, it's an important reminder to not respond to unsolicited online outreach.
So pay no attention if someone is trying to get money out of you. It's not me.
Whoopi Goldberg and Tom Hanks both dropped similar warnings to fans last month on Instagram.
If you're not thinking twice about what you post on social media, you're about 5 years out behind the curve, my friend.
Tom shutting down fake ads for medical cures, and Whoopi confirming she is not hard up for cash.
What you should know is you will never get anything from me soliciting for anything. It's that simple. It's a fake, people trying to scam.
As for Brad, this comes after he stepped out at the Wolves premiere last week.
There's an art to this you may not realize. But they're just saying the same thing over and over.
You guys are like some of the last movie stars with a capital M that we have in Hollywood. Yes, I'm gonna blow your head up, just take it.
It's just a different time, it's a different era, you know, where it was all about the studio system before or the networks. Now we have streamers and there's so many more of us getting shots at us and great stories being told. So I think it's just a changing of the guard.
So the consequences of falling for a romance scam can be devastating, both financially and emotionally.
It is something a woman who lives in Vista knows all too well. She says she sent everything she had to a celebrity that she had fallen in love with. She spoke with Sergio Flores from NBC7 and Telemundo 20 Responds and explains why she decided to have this difficult conversation with him.
Well, she says she wants and needs to do what she can to prevent others from losing it all like she did. And she knows that many of you watching will wonder how someone could fall for a scam like this. But romance scams are a bigger problem than you think.
It's shameful, actually.
There is no turning back time, says Catherine Goodson. No way to unsend dozens of love-filled messages for almost 2 years.
I never thought that I would be at 67 years old living in my car.
There is no way to undo her mistakes that slowly drained her life savings.
I would put these towels on the windows here.
A life dramatically different from the life she knew growing up and later with her husband of 24 years. He died in 2007 and she moved around for several years until coming to San Diego in 2022. It was then, she says, she again found love, this time online.
It was as simple as this person saying he was Keanu Reeves.
Yes, that Keanu Reeves. She says he asked her to send him a $500 gift card to prove she wasn't just interested in his fame and money.
I did get the Apple Card for $500, and so I did send it. But I said, I want to hear your voice. And then once I heard a voice, I said, you're not him. And then I blocked him.
Catherine says she posted on social media how she was duped by an imposter, and then she received a message from the real Keanu Reeves, or so she thought, saying he felt awful that she lost money to a scam. They started messaging, and she says they quickly fell in love.
He wanted to marry me.
These receipts show tens of thousands of dollars in Bitcoin and gift card transactions and wire transfers she says she sent to who she thought was Reeves and his team over 2 years.
Why do you think you were so willing to allow yourself to be convinced the way that you were to send money over and over again?
Well, number one, I was lonely.
She says she constantly asked to speak with or meet Reeves in person, but there was always an excuse, and those excuses were always unbelievably believable. Plus, her head was in the clouds, and she admits loving it there.
I wasn't maybe listening to the warning signs, and I don't blame anybody but myself.
The scammers are really, really, really good.
Temple University professor Anshul Rege studies romance scams.
This is not like any other type of financial scam where they just get your money and you're done. They also rob you of the very essence of what makes you human.
She says there are red flags.
They try to isolate you and try to get you into a communication platform of their choice.
They'll also be overly affectionate.
It's called love bombing. And what they do is they're just showering you with all this attention and affection.
Then the scammer will ask for something, usually gift cards.
If they refuse to meet with you, that's another big red flag.
It was just a mess, just like mind-boggling, like to the point where I didn't know my head from anything.
According to the San Diego County District Attorney's Office, last year, romance scams took $1.1 billion from folks who believed to have found love online in the United States. Here in our county, local victims lost $1.3 million.
There is nothing that hasn't already been done to make me feel any worse.
Catherine says the messages turned hostile in August when she ran out of money, and that's when she finally fully accepted it was all a scam. She knows she has a long road ahead to get back on her feet, but says she's ready to do it on her own.
And I've got 29 miles of gas in my car, and that's the lowest I've ever been.
Catherine tells me the holidays have been particularly difficult for her, as you would imagine, but she's interviewing for a couple of jobs that look promising. And by the way, celebrity romance scams are not uncommon at all. And Keanu Reeves seems to be a pretty popular person for scammers to imitate. So much so, his team has said in the past that Reeves does not have any social media accounts. For NBC7, I'm Sergio Flores. Back to you.
French woman was deceived by an AI-generated Brad Pitt, who convinced her they were in love. The scam began with a message from a fake account claiming to be Pitt's mother. Over 18 months, the AI impersonator sent poems and love declarations, even proposing marriage. There are few men who write to you like that, she said, believing in the romance. The scammer claimed to send luxurious gifts, asking her to pay customs fees. Later, he pretended to need money for cancer treatment, leading her to transfer 800,000 dollars to Turkey. Despite warnings, she believed the scam until seeing the real Pitt with Inez de Ramon. The con left her hospitalized with depression. She shared her story, facing cyberbullying afterward.